So obviously you do graffiti. How did you get into the graffiti side of things?
Oh gosh, Subway Surfers.
I swear.
That was where I was like,
that,
I love graffiti. Like I saw it and I was like, oh, I want to be a graffiti artist. Like that looks so cool. Not the illegal part and being chased by a security guard, but like just the colour.
Did that happen?
Yeah, not to me, but in the Subway Surfers game.
I was gonna say, get some nice content there.
And then I think when I got to college and we had access to the design technology, I ended up doing an exhibition at the end of the year, and I remember just wanting to paint everything. Everyone was designing their boards and sticking their artwork, and me, when it came to coursework, I'm a perfectionist, so I threw everything away just before the exhibition. Had nothing to show, but obviously I was still running my business. So I decided to just bring all my clothes in and like stick them to the wall. And then one of the boards, I was like, oh, how do I decorate this? And then one of the guys that was at my college was a graffiti artist. Well, not professionally, but he used to tag. And he was like, just come to the graffiti shop with me. And then I thought I went to heaven. Like just seeing all the different paints and everything. I was like, I could get used to this. And then obviously left college, lockdown happened. And we were having renovations. We were in the middle of moving house, and we had a lot of plyboard, like the wood, like this. And I decided that I'm gonna just buy some spray paints, order them to the house, and then spend lockdown, I don't know how long it was gonna be, just painting. And then bought Poscas. I felt like a proper graffiti artist. I was like, I'm in this now. And I remember posting it on social media, and then this guy popped up to me from Bradford. He was like, oh, could you do my studio for me? And that's the power of social media, because I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but he clearly liked something and got me a job to do I did his studio, I did his bar. There was like a whole building, and I just spray painted everything with like my own designs on. It was my first ever project. And I remember, because I have a graffiti mentor, his name is Bunny Bread, also known as I Create Not Destroy. A shout out Bunny, because he is a G. I remember going to an event, like a graffiti walk that Punch Records put on. And I saw him and I was like, oh my gosh, this is sick. He took us around Lazelle's and like all these different places that he'd painted. And I was like, can you teach me? And he was like, everyone says that. Like, I remember I thought he was so standoffish. I was like, I probably seemed like such an annoying little girl just saying, I want to paint too. But I'm very much like, when I'm passionate about something, I'm on job. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I want to learn how to paint. I've got a commission coming up, things like that. And then he was like, okay, when you show me you're serious, like, we can work together. And then, I don't even know how it happened. I just ended up going to like watch him paint, and I'd just sit there. I didn't even have to get involved. I'd just watch him, learn different techniques from watching him. And then I remember when he was like, oh, he can get involved. And then that was like a big thing for me, because I'm like, I'm actually painting. Like, I'm actually becoming a graffiti artist. And then that happened at Commonwealth as well. He was painting at Commonwealth, and then I was dancing, because I was one of the dancers for Commonwealth. And then he was like, Lo, come on up and paint. So then I painted whilst I was on my break from dancing, and then it just became a thing that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually getting used to it. And then I started taking commissions on for myself and by myself. It was really weird, like, to actually go from working with him to feeling confident enough to be like, oh my gosh, I can do this by myself. If I need help, I'll just give him a little video call. And then got loads of opportunities, like B-Side Hip Hop Fest. They have loads of graffiti artists, and then they'd call me, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, little old me.
By China, was that?
Yeah, by Hippodrome and all that.
I saw you painting that one. Okay.
So yeah, that's how I got into the graffiti. Have an amazing mentor. I literally started because I was bored in lockdown. That's literally how it started.
It's like, do you find it? So obviously, you've went from doing it on paper to digital, then to graffiti. Like, do you find it hard creating the lines with the graffiti can now, or what was your hardest part about learning graffiti?
The small lines, like the just the distance of how the paint sprays when you paint it like this far away, it's massive, and then when you do it up close, and it was just the technique. And even to this day, like I'm still practicing. Any day that it's hot, I've got like a brick wall in my garden, so I'll just be like on the wall, just practicing, because if I'm hungry to learn how to do it, do you know what I mean? So I'm going to use every opportunity to learn how to do it. But techniques is hard. But Bunny complimented me last time. He said I did really well, because I did a piece of Lauryn Hill about 3 years ago, and then I redid it this year.
Oh,
and
you leveled up from then.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's the power of
practice. That is one thing I do want to learn as well, as graffiti.
It's
like,
so
I just
fun.
need to make more time to do it. Like, I have been playing about doing it. I've done like a stencil, using stencils and stuff, but I want to be able to actually draw and create faces and people from it.
Yeah.
Just takes your artwork to a new level, innit?
As long as you know how to shade and how to, like, it's basically like digital and physical art, but just with a different medium. It's literally the same. It's nothing, like, I feel like with me, because I was so used to like drawing physically before I started like doing digital, I feel like I used that when I'm doing my graffiti. So I feel like you'd be great at it.
Nah, I just need to pick up a can more and keep trying, really.
Yeah.
You love paint? No, you see me. I'm just saying, I'm not into getting messy. I like seeing the mess. I just don't like touching it.
Nah, I've got paint on all my clothes. I can't lie. Even my coat is literally covered in paint. And I was like, it's my best coat.
So I was gonna say, if you was to give someone guidelines on becoming a graffiti artist, what would you give them?
Find your style. I feel like there's so many different graffiti artists. You can either be a muralist like myself or do typography, like actual writing. That isn't my strong suit at all, but I know that I'm really good at doing like shading on faces. Just practice. I feel like once my first time compared to how I am now is like, what, it's been 2-3 years and I've improved a lot. So it's just literally practice, consistency, and finding your style. Yeah.
And what would you say, let's say design wise, someone coming up, how you, obviously you didn't go through the educational route of becoming a designer. So what would you tell young creatives coming up that are probably going down a similar route as you?
If you're on the same route as me, find people that believe in what you're doing. I feel like your network is your net worth. And people that believe in you and are just as passionate as you are, as long as you have that support. Like, if I didn't have my mum and my sister, I would have gave up a long time ago. And you just need that extra push. Like, you can be as hungry as you are, like you can be starving for learning how to do art, but if you don't have that group of people pushing you, you're gonna struggle. I can't lie. No,
it's true. I feel like we always say, like, having a team, even though it's just one person more, it's one thing you don't have to think about.
Yeah.
It's always helpful. So you having like your mum and your sister to bounce off,
it's a blessing.
Makes a big difference. My other question was gonna be, what is it now? If you was oh no, it's not that. It's gone. It's gone. We're all gone. What I was thinking of. Oh, that was it. Sorry. So obviously you're a female creative. Have you found any issues dealing with any like males or anything since being in the creative industry? Have you ever felt any type of way or animosity towards you because you're a female artist, creative?
I don't feel like my struggle was really my gender when I first started. I feel like my biggest struggle was my age.
Okay.
My age and my race. I don't think I've ever had like problems with being a female. I'm trying to think. I think people just look at me like I'm a little girl half the time.
Like, what's this little girl doing?
Grown-ass woman.
Where's your mama?
Yeah, but even like being younger and charging people like £100 for a logo, they'd look at me like I was crazy. And they'd be like, I ain't paying you that, you're just a little girl. So I don't know whether it's the age or the gender that made it difficult for them to invest, But yeah, kind of
So
went hand in
people have
hand.
said they're not going to pay you just because you look young.
Just because I ain't charging you, you just started. Like, why are you charging £100?
And I've just looked at your artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my art,
And
it's
they're not
pretty
gonna-
good. Do you know what I mean?
And that just shows, and it don't matter about your age.
It makes me think I should have started faceless, like doing faceless designing,
Mm.
and then just no one see me. But then in my face ended up being the whole brand, and I'm like,
Yeah, but it shouldn't matter. Like, your work speaks for itself. You could
Yeah.
be
Exactly.
flipping 10 years old. Like, if
For
you're
real.
able to do the job, then you have to pay for the job. Doesn't matter about how
Exactly.
old
It just
you are.
shows you those people ain't the type of clients for you. Because there's people that will see work and they'll probably want to
Even
pay
more
extra.
so want to pay you. Like, yeah, you're this age and you're doing, okay, cool.
Exactly, let me
There you go.
invest.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Let me invest.